Hey everybody, I just want to show you picking up stitches and getting ready to work the bottom of your kitty. So right now what I'm doing is taking out the provisional cast on that you did at the beginning of the side panel and putting those 10 stitches back onto my needle. You are not knitting across these stitches, you're just putting them onto the needle, and the pattern tells you to use a needle size that is smaller than you use to get gauge, and that is because it's easier to pick up those stitches with the smaller needle. So you can even use one smaller than you used for the neckline if you have one lying around. It doesn't really matter, it's just easier to do if you use a smaller needle size. So I've got those 10 stitches back on my needle, and then the pattern tells you to pick up along the bottom of the bodice the number of stitches for the size that you're making. And I'm just going to be picking up without knitting from the back to the front this bottom leg. What happens with this pickup is that it's going to end up getting covered by a purl row, so you don't have to worry. If you notice after you've picked up those stitches and you're picking up and not knitting them, if you notice there's a little hole, what you can do is work that stitch on the next row when you're purling it, purl it through the back loop, that stitch, and that will tighten it up a bit. I don't think you'll need to do that, but if you notice holes or like a little gap on your work, that would be the way to cover that up. So what I'm doing is approximately picking up 7 stitches, one in every other row, and then 2 stitches in each row. And that is around what you need to do ratio wise to pick up the correct number of stitches for your size. But there is like a total fudge factor with this. So see, I just did one too many there. I'm going to pick up right there. So all you want to do is evenly pick up those stitches, and I tried to give you an idea of the ratio for doing that. And again, if you notice a gap on your stitches when you go to purl into them on the next round with your working yarn and your larger needle, then go ahead and work them through the back loop, and that will twist them and tighten them up. But I think as you can see from this, that's not going to be an issue. And that, sorry, make sure I'm not covering things up, is how you pick up the stitches. Super easy. Happy knitting!